Welcome to Pull the Pin Radio, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions about the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions.
But we're going to try to convince you to love them.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Jace. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night with Magnolia.
Oh, that's Magnolia?
Yes, it is.
All
What's up?
right. Well, welcome back for another episode. It's good to see you. Obviously, Nate's still not here. Nate's a busy man. But we're going to do something a little different today. We're still going to do some headlines. So, I forgot my shout outs, Christine, Johnny, and the rest of you guys. Like, share, subscribe. But we're going to do some headlines, but we're going to do this sports kind of related because we're going to try to make I don't know how you guys feel about it. Maybe you guys aren't all sports fans, but we're going to try to make a once a week episode just about sports. Maybe to lead off to or lead into some spinoff where we can just do a couple sports episodes a week, something like that. In addition, that's what we want to do. We want to get people involved, and we want to just grow this into something more productive to help a lot of us veterans get out of our little shells and off the stinking thinking stuff. You know what I mean?
And whatever the case may be, we appreciate each and one of you. Thank you.
So, all right. So you ready to get going here? Again, I missed Nate because I missed the banners. Like there's our thing. Oh goodness. Anyway, so we're going to do that. We're going to give you our opinions on these sports matters too. So let's go ahead and jump into some sports headlines. I think you're going to see this probably a pretty prominent theme right now because most of it's going on is the Olympics. So women's women's, I can't even read. Listen to me. Woman quits Olympic boxing bout in just 46 seconds as trans fighter batters her.
That's probably the only thing I'm really familiar with the Olympics going on right now. Although I've watched a little here and there. Um,
Do you,
I don't
do
think
you
I don't think that should be an intro because we could probably talk all episode about this bullshit.
well, let me put a clarification out there for wherever this headline came from. This is apparently not a trans woman. I don't know if you know the whole background yet, but this is an intersexual person who grew up with a vagina, who believes she's a woman her whole life, but she has male chromosomes, which comes with the testosterone and everything like that. So
Well,
what's that?
if she doesn't have an Adam's apple, she's probably not a woman then. So that
Well, Well, the point of getting at, maybe she just swallowed her apple. I don't know but the point of getting at is she's not transgender. People want to call her trans, but she's not because actually she's from I think Algeria, and she literally could get killed for being transgender. So
why?
it's not a country that approves of it. The thing is, she grew up her whole life. Her father thought she's a female. She thought she was a female. But I guess the question I have in all of this is at what point when you failed, because apparently she failed some gender tests along her route. So this is my question because we got a lot of righteous people out there. I think I talked about this last episode, but there's a lot of people who want to get online and give you this education about all this stuff and let you know. And I guess we're kind of doing the same thing. But in the end, I'm going from a more moralistic perspective. The moment she found out that she failed a gender test, don't you think that would trigger something? Wait, let me go back a little bit further first. The moment you started boxing and were kicking women's asses, don't you think that something's odd there? Like you have this human strength that most women you fight don't have? Like at what point
Uh,
do you realize boxing is not the sport you should be taking your your talents to when you have an advantage over women, biological women born with XX chromosomes?
well, first of all, I don't what I mean, like if you're a female, you're a female. There's two. You're either a male or you're a female. Plain and simple.
Okay,
So
right.
I if you're a female and you want to do whatever sport you want, go ahead and do it. Plain
Well,
and simple.
there's intersexual people. It's an anomaly. It's an abnormality. It's not a normal. It's like a genetic disorder. And
Well,
there's I think hermaphrodites. I think we're born with two, both
right,
genitals, but
right.
only one works.
But that's pretty rare. So I mean, that's something that the Olympic Committee probably needs to.
Right.
I
But
don't know.
again, it's
That's
a deformity. It's an
right,
anomaly.
right, right. So maybe she should be in the Special Olympics then.
Correct. And that's what people were saying, just like transgender people, whatever. So I guess they're, the whole alphabet army or whatever you call them, the mafia, they're trying to say, oh, now look, oh, there can be more than two genders. Look at that. Well, no, no, this isn't more than two genders. This woman was born with a vagina, but the chromosomes of a male. So she obviously had something jacked up in the sperm, egg thing that created an anomaly.
Right.
It's not a normal thing. It's actually a disorder.
So if
Now,
you
if
so if you have two heads, then you probably shouldn't be allowed to be in it either. Then, right?
well, maybe you could be good for swimming. One head can stay up and the other one could
Right.
stay under. I don't know. Like the point I'm getting at is like, look, we look at handicaps always
Right.
like a bad thing, but this is almost to me like a superpower that somebody's abusing. You know what I mean? They're abusing it. Now, listen to me. Listen, by all means, if you have superhuman sight, I think you should be able to
Right.
compete in shooting competitions. But when you are literally punching people, hitting another human being, or doing anything to another human being, I think your superpower needs to be in check. So,
Well,
regardless of what this woman's condition is, she's got testosterone of a man.
so how did she
She
qualify?
punched this woman hard. That woman
I
went to
know. So
you.
how did she fucking qualify and get in the Olympics if there's like certain criteria that you have to meet to even
Right.
get into the Olympics?
Well, that's the thing is the criteria. She's failed gender tests before. Like, listen, we've sent people to jail in the real world. We athletes. We just ban them when they have
Right.
a performance enhancing substance, right?
Right.
Which at one point was legal until everybody saw, oh, what an advantage you got. Now
Right.
all of a sudden, this woman's got an advantage because she was born with the wrong chromosomes, and she's got the strength of a man. So now we don't look at that as a disadvantage to all the women who weren't born with that.
That is a very, very amazing question and a topic that is not easy to really talk about.
Well, I think, like you said, it's pretty simple. If we want to have a competition on equal playing field, it needs
Right.
to be defined what's equal.
Well, I mean, skipping the Olympics, unfortunately, if she was a criminal, where does she go? To the male prison or the female prison?
Well, I would assume because she's got a vagina, they'd put her in the female prison, and then she'd probably beat everybody up in there and
Right.
run the prison.
So I mean, like, so in the Olympics, if she's deemed a female, that's
Well,
that's
but the point I'm getting at is having testosterone and the power of a man is cheating in a different way. And it's not her fault. So I don't think
right,
she should be
right,
ragged on. People should give her a hard time. But
right, right.
she should be accountable because at some point in her life, she had to wonder why it was so easy to be such a great boxer and beat up all the women.
Well, yeah. I mean, she should probably be fighting Mike Tyson then.
Right.
And
So if
oh,
she's got the strength of a man, let her in the Olympics in the men's boxing.
well, if we're talking about this woke ass bullshit culture that we have, then why not?
Yeah. I don't know, dude. It's just anyways, let's go to the next one. This is, you know what I mean? They got
That,
to do something with this because at the end of the day, this is getting ridiculous. And also, look, I'm gonna shout out the naysayers again. There are a bunch of fake ass Christians out there, and I hate them for it. I really do. No, I can't hate them. I'm Christian, like because I'm probably sounding like one of them. But I don't like these Christians out there to do this stuff. They all jump on there. They jump online, pretending to be Christians, bashing this woman. Now, I understand initially if you don't know she's trans or not, maybe you should shut up and wait. You can
right,
clearly say this is wrong because the information you were given was that this woman was, trans or has a male component. You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
But once you find out, you got to ease off this because this is not the lady's fault. But again, she needs to be accountable for her decision to take up a sport that is a combat sport with other humans involved that she overpowers because of this disorder she has.
Yeah, that's not fair.
That's
But
dishonest to me. That is dishonest and immoral. That's the problem I have with it. And Christians, yes, you can call that out, but you shouldn't give her a hard time because she's doesn't, she grew up her whole life thinking she's a woman, so I give her the benefit. But play a sport that's not contact because you're a man. Even then, I'd still question the Olympics letting her play. Because remember
I,
that guy ran. Do you remember the guy in the rim? He had the fake artificial leg on,
yes,
and
yes,
they let him run in the Olympics.
yep.
He shouldn't have been allowed to either. He lost his leg or something. Was he a veteran too or something?
Good comparison.
Yeah, he should not have been allowed to either because he's augmented. He's got some other
Right,
device.
the Paralympics, not the regular.
Did he run the Paralympics? I thought he ran the regular Olympics. Well, he should run the Paralympics, right?
I don't
Yep.
really.
It's just getting horrible to watch this Olympics because there's so much of this garbage going on. Anyway, let's go to the next garbage. Olympic triathlete. I don't even know how I'm gonna say her name. Like Jolene Vermillion slams officials after swimming in polluted Seine River. I don't even know the name of that place. Felt and saw things that we shouldn't think about. I didn't even see this. I just thought the headline was so funny. Where's the Selene River anyway? This Siena? Is it Siena?
The messed up part about
Seine?
it as I was there in the when I was in the military, so but I don't recall that stuff. But
You were in the Olympics?
no, when I was in the military, I was over there. Not
Oh,
when the
but the Olympics is being held all over. Siena is
oh
it?
right,
It's in
yes,
northern France.
that's
It's a
right.
drainage basin in Paris basin covering most of North France. It's a drainage basin.
Well, wouldn't that be? Wouldn't that be? That's not really us to discuss. Isn't that something the Olympic committee should fucking
Well,
discuss?
that's what I'm talking. That's why this lady's complaining. They made her swim in toilet water for a competition.
Well, no, she should have fucking backed out and said, "I'm done."
Right. But I don't know if she knew that in the beginning. Because it
Right.
sounded like she saw things and felt things that she shouldn't have felt when she was in it.
Well,
But
I mean, I don't even want to go there.
I think it's crazy, dude. But yeah, we can move to the next one because we are taking a lot of time first one. So anyway, Team USA's women's gymnastics feud gets nasty. Simone Biles says she's been blocked after ripping former teammates. Simone Biles is an incredible athlete. I think she's one. She's the one that should have been instead of a LeBron joke that should have been carrying the torch or the flag. I
Exactly.
mean,
Exactly.
she's the one. Simone Biles should have been carrying. And you
Right.
can say all you want, but she's an accomplished athlete.
Right. Right. She's an Olympian.
James is a America hating scumbag.
She's an entitled little fucking bitch.
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. Not the kind of people I go to war to fight for.
Not at all.
But so yeah, so he's got enough money. Let him go to fight his own damn wars. But yeah, so there apparently is some drama in the women's gymnastics team, and as she said, ripping former teammates. I don't know what the drama was. I really didn't care because I don't want to get into Olympic drama. But I find it really fascinating that one of our better athletes is having drama in the locker room or whatever it is behind the scene. What she could possibly ripped them for and been blocked for?
Because of the woke agenda.
Yeah, or some sort of jealous, narcissistic behavior, probably some victimhood thing.
Right.
Probably thinking she got some advantage. I don't know, man. It's just drama. I
I,
just rather make up a story because it's probably more interesting
I,
than the actual real drama. So, all right, let's go to the last one here because we're moving right along here. Award-winning coach says no Caitlin Clark, no go. Women's basketball is uninteresting without her. And this lady's name was Greenberg. I think it's lady. No, I don't know if it's maybe it's a guy. I don't know. I don't follow this basketball stuff.
ne-
What is this guy's name?
I'm
Seth. Oh, it must be a guy. It's Seth Greenberg. He's the one that made the comment. So it
really.
must be a dude. Yeah. Seth Greenberg apparently said that the basketball is boring or uninteresting without Caitlin Clark. And I can agree, dude. She's taken the women's basketball to a whole new level. And she's made so many haters, dude. So many
Is-
entitled, narcissistic people.
right. Isn't she the one that isn't she the one that has been selling out every arena that she goes to?
Yep, she's the reason that
Yeah.
the women's basketball now can ride in private jets because they make enough money. She
Right.
got big deals and stuff like that. Yep.
So she's like a white LeBron, but
But she's white is the problem, dude. That's the problem. She's white. You got a lot of people of color who thought, oh, I should be the one that's a star. I should be the one because I put more into this. I'm great. I'm this. Well, unfortunately, that's not how it works.
well,
But there,
I'm sure Griner has something to do with it.
oh, and Griner's nasty to her too.
I know that. Yes.
It's crazy, dude. It's just crazy. I get it. Like at some point, you got to step back and look and say, you know what? I'm just a narcissistic, self-righteous, think I'm better than everybody person. Because I struggle with it too, even though I'm probably better than most people. But I struggle with it too about the self-righteousness. Sometimes I think I'm right about crap.
Right.
And it's hard to humble myself. But these people are on a total different level. I mean, this
Well,
woman's been selling out games.
you think you're right about yourself when it
Well, I know I'm right about myself.
right, but you don't make fucking multi-million dollars, so it doesn't matter.
Well, but also if you want to get deep inside the onion, the thing is, I know I'm right about myself because I do go in the onion. Most people spend their entire lives lying to themselves, so they believe the crap they tell themselves. So they tell you you're lying
No,
for calling out something in them.
I think I'm right too. The only problem with me is I cut the onion and I start fucking crying. So
Right, right, and you should because probably got a lot to cry about. The inside of your onion is probably rotted out by now.
well, that's what you get for being a Navy veteran versus an Iranian Army veteran.
Right, of course, right, right. You get to sit on sea all day, I'm sure, rocking back and forth.
Well,
You
there's
need a you need a Marine to hold you still, right? Come on in here, I'll hold you still.
right. Well, there's no where for the onion vapors to go but into our eyes.
Hey, well, yeah, there's a lot of room for a lot of things to go in a lot of places. But anyway, I think we're gonna leave it at this because this is gonna get all way off in the wrong rabbit hole. And
Yeah.
again, thank you for joining me, Jace. Appreciate you showing up. I don't know what you feel about the sports thing, but if you like sports, if you're out there and you just want to do a single episode with us on sports or something, we'll take you.
The problem is I don't I love sports. I think that anybody that's playing a professional sport is an amazing, talented person. Unfortunately, I grew up and I played hockey my whole life, so I'm pretty much a one-dimensional hockey person, and I can't really venture into other sports as well as I could hockey.
Well, I mean, maybe we can figure it out. We'll figure out something and see how we can do it. We can do hockey edition, football, whatever. Maybe we'll do
Right.
that. We'll figure it out.
Because
But
Mario Lemieux was the greatest hockey player ever.
who
I want to argue about Gretzky being that best player ever, and that's not true.
who was?
Mario Lemieux, Le Magnifique.
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to agree with you on that one. But anyway, he could have been. Right, he could have been. Yeah, just like Lindros. Lindros could have been too. I think
So
we
could,
probably.
okay, so could I, or so could you.
No, I could never have been. But
I
I think if you want to talk about hockey, I think right now we have some of the greatest talented people, but I think the game's changed a bit too. So
well, we have the best dressed players, the most best swag in all of sports. We have the best looking players.
well, yeah, because think about back in the day, the talents were different, and it was more of a physical man's game. Nowadays, it's about skating and stick handling. You look at a lot of
Yeah, it's
your
about finesse now. It's
yeah.
but in all sports have evolved to a faster pace, faster. Just it is what it is. Yeah.
Right. Anyways, we didn't plan for this part, so let's get going here. Again, I was thanking you and all of our loyal subscribers and listeners. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, get involved. The website's on the bottom. Just come get on, do whatever you got to do. And until then, Godspeed.
And pull the pin already. All right.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.